No, I didn't. I was always in other people's lives. And
Okay,
that's just being real.
so let's debate now.
Debate on Carmelo. See, you being messy. You being messy. I look, this is what I'm gonna say about it.
Now you good, you good,
Okay.
you good. I'm
No,
playing now.
no,
You good,
no.
you good.
But you know, I'm riding with him, and a lot of people think, not. And I just want to say this, right? Not all black people ride with Carmelo because of his skin tone. Okay, some of us, including myself, we actually looking at it from the law standpoint because I know I would never walk up on somebody that I do not know and put my hands on them. I wouldn't even ask them to move. I'm not going to ask them to leave nowhere. I'm not the police. I don't have no rights to police nobody. So that's the way I'm looking at it. You feel what I'm saying?
So
That's just me.
I got you. So let me ask you a question, right? So let's say your aunt had a canopy on the 4th of July. And
Hmm.
she playing, I wanna thank you, Heavenly Father,
Hey, we do
for
play that.
shining your light on me. He said, Aisha, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get the ribs out the fridge and left
Uh-huh.
you in charge of her canopy. You said, matter of fact, hold on. You go over there to the cooler, you come back, and it's a homeless man chilling under your canopy.
Hmm.
Do that guy have the right to sit there?
Yes and no. And let me tell you why. No, let me tell you why. Because, first of all, I'm outside. Now, if we was on, you didn't say where we were, right? So if we're outside and we're at a public park and he do that, guess what I'm gonna do? And he homeless. I feed the homeless all the time.
No, no, no,
But now,
no.
if I'm at home and he come on my property, oh no, you gotta go.
No. You added variables to me this to be right. Follow what I'm
No,
saying to you.
that's why I said yes and no, because that's the way I look at it. You
So
know how many times I go out and I go to the
I
park
get it.
and people come up under the tent all the time. I don't care. I'm gonna feed somebody.
No, I
I'm
get it,
not gonna.
right?
I don't like eating in front of people.
I get it, right? Like I said, the homeless man is under the tent, and you remember, you left in charge because your aunt left you in charge, and you say, "Homeless man, who are you?" He said, "My name Pooh Shiesty." You say,
Not
"Yo,
too feisty.
yo, Pooh, you gotta leave, Pooh." He said, "Touch me and see what happens." Who is the bully in that scenario? You asking the homeless man to leave from under your aunt tent, who you in charge of, or the person refusing to leave?
Obviously, if he said that to me after I asked him to leave, yes, he would be the aggressor. But let's remember in Carmelo's case, right?
Hold up, hold on. Before you finish that point, I wanted to make a point to you.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, Austin from Anthony from Centennial High School was sitting under Memorial High School tent. Austin had told Anthony he needed to move out from under the team's tent. Anthony grabbed his bag, opened it, reached inside, and proceeded to tell Austin, touch me and see what happens.
Okay, stop right there. Now, who said Carmelo said that?
No, no, only on the report if the report is
That
factual.
no, no, because everybody say he said, "Touch me and see what happens." What I'm saying is we haven't heard from Carmelo. Wait, let me finish, Dance. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
We have not heard from Carmelo. So because we have not heard from Carmelo, and we know that in reading that report, it was not Carmelo's words. It was a person who said they heard Carmelo say that, which may be true, may not be true. The courts are not gonna go off he say, she say.
You see, hit it part, Aisha. So by your logic, how can you automatically say it's justified that he was touched and he used the poker?
Okay,
Because
well, let me,
hold
I'm glad you said that.
on,
Go
hold
ahead,
on,
go ahead.
hold on. Because if you're saying we don't know for sure, then you will also have to say you don't know for sure he was grabbed. But you automatically said it was justified, and you didn't know if the report was true when they say he was grabbed. Is that
Okay,
fair?
okay. So now let me respond to that. The only way I can say that it was true that he was touched, right? And that, and I'm just gonna say touched or grabbed. You know what I'm saying? Because Hunter said it in the interview that he grabbed it. His brother grabbed the bag. So, but this is what I want to point out to you. If somebody is trying to remove you from somewhere, right? How much force does it take for someone to move you?
It all depends. It all depends on if the resistance.
So
But hold on. But
resistance.
no,
So
hold on.
if Carmelo is resisting and he's saying I'm not moving, right? If he's saying I'm not moving, what gives you the right to put your hands on me?
You missed the point, Aisha. You just cooked yourself by accident. You know that, right?
No, no,
The
no.
point.
I'm asking you a question. If Carmelo is sitting there and he says I'm not moving, which he has every right to, then what gave him the right to put his hands on him?
No, I'm saying Austin is wrong for touching him. I always said that. But you're still confirming the report. That's what I'm making to you. You said that we
I'm
don't
not.
know.
I'm not
No, no,
confirming
no,
the
no, no, no,
report.
no, no, no. You said, how do we know that these words were said? You're automatically not supporting that, but then you're supporting that he got touched, which is also in the report. That was never ever mentioned
I.
outside. Hold on, Aisha. Austin touching him was never mentioned outside of the report. It was only in the report where people say he touched him. So I'm saying, if you're saying we don't know if if Kamala really said that, then you will also have to go with we don't know if Kamala really was grabbed. I'm just being consistent here.
Okay. So the only reason why I can say that because you said it wasn't said in the report, right?
But
But
it was.
Hunter said it on national TV.
Huh?
Hunter said it on national
He
TV.
never said Austin touched Carmelo. He never said that.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
So if he said, and my brother went to grab, or my brother, what did he say? Let me get my other device.
Play it. Want me to play it for you? Cause I have it.
You said what? I had to walk away. What happened?
I can play it for you. Want me to play it for you?
Which one you gonna play?
I'll play both.
You know it's more than two, right?
It's two. People keep lying to you, people. I had three interviews,
No.
and one interview he was speaking about it. It literally talking about him and his father together speaking about what do you call it? The
Okay, so you got the interview with him and his father.
him and his father was speaking about um life for Austin. It was a short interview, but the one with
Okay.
him and his mother he interviews, he don't say Austin
How many
touched Carmelo. He don't never say that.
how many interviews do he got with his mama?
You tell me.
He got two.
So it makes it three.
Right. You said it was only two.
What he's mentioning about Austin. The third one is not. It's just only about his brother and when he was young. That was it. It did it. With him and his father, he don't even get into detail about the situation. He talk about his past with him and Austin growing up. So when I say two, I'm talking about the two describing what happened April 2nd.
Oh, wait.
All right, so hold on. Is it right here? No, not the one right here. Yeah, it's right here. Matter of fact, let me play some more.
Oh, I was finna say, I'm glad you changed the picture because I was finna say, do we really have to look at Big Mike like. No, because I'm just saying, I know so much. I know so little, but I know so much. Like, I don't even see how people sit on the panel with him. I'm mad I sat on the panel with him.
All right, so hold on. It's right here. No, that's what it's for. All right, here you go. I got it right now. All right, boom. So I'm gonna play right now for you. I want you to tell me, when did he say Austin touched Carmelo?
If you don't mind what happened.
Turn it down just a little bit. It sounds distorted.
All right.
This kid is sitting under our tent.
That's good.
We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So.
Yeah.
So in that interview, did he say Austin touched or pushed?
No, not in that interview. Not in that interview. He said Austin grabbed his backpack. But now wait, Dan. Wait. Before you say anything, right? If I go to grab something from you, don't I have to touch you in some type of way?
No. It all depends on
Really?
his bag could have been on the bleach, right? That's also possible. If your bag on the bleach and bleachers and I grab your bag, do I have to touch you automatically? If your bag is on the bleachers?
Well, he didn't say the bag was on the beaches. He said the bag was in his hand.
No, he didn't. He never mentioned it. He didn't. He never mentioned the location of the bag.
You just said that the bag was in his hand.
No, he said, mind you, people say he said Austin grabbed the bag. I even give you that. I'm not even arguing that part. But if he said Austin grabbed the bag, he don't say the bag was in Carmelo's hand. He don't say that.
No. Oh, okay. I'll give
So,
you that.
all
I'll
right,
give
so
you
now,
that. So
now I'm gonna
now,
hold on.
but wait.
Here is the second interview. Let's hear him right here.
A couple kids were walking.
Hold on.
Couple
possibilities could happen. Again, I was at a track meet.
Here you go.
So it was a really bad storm in the morning, and they had a lot of delays. And me, my brother, a couple of kids were walking back from the field house of the middle school because we attended that middle school when we went to middle school, and we were saying hello to old coaches and catching up with them. And then we're walking back to our stand. We put our tent up so all the
Wait,
bleachers
can you
were right
pause
there
it for a second?
from all the rain.
Go ahead.
So I have a question because I hear two different stories, right? So you got some people. Did you hear what he just said? He said it was me, my brother, and a couple kids. We was walking back from over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got some people that say they were sitting there and Carmelo walked up and sat down. So
No,
now,
it's getting to that point now. It's getting to that point. He gonna say we basically returned back, and he said basically our bleachers was not wet from all the rain. He said it was not wet from all the rain because they had the canopy. He said we sat down and this kid sat down behind us. Listen to this. Here you go.
We come back, we sit down, and this kid said something behind me. I've never met this kid in my entire life, never knew who he was. Said something just inappropriate and uncalled for. And I turned around and asked him who he was. He started getting really aggressive. My brother stepped in. He started being, how he always is with me, just brothers, just having my back. And things started getting more higher intensity. And the kid said some aggressive stuff, reckless stuff, and also try to handle the problem. And
So did he say Austin touched him or pushed him here?
no, he described them coming back. But now let me say this. This is my question. Listening to that,
Mhm.
oh Lord, I'm saying oh Lord for something else, but don't worry about it. Um, in listening to that, right? My question is, when he say my brother stepped in and they was going back and forth, why does his brother step in? According to Hunter.
He stepped in basically to handle the problem. That's what he said. And the problem was
No, stop right there. Stop right there. Why is it a problem? Because we know, according to the little girl from Emerson that was sitting up under the tent, we know that it was multiple children from different schools up under each tent.
no, we don't.
Now, here's the bigger question. If they
Now
knew
hold
they
on.
was gonna have that many teams, if they knew that no, if they knew that they
Let
was
me
gonna
answer your
have that
question.
many teams, if they knew they was gonna have that many teams, why they only got 3 tents? Why? Because kids mingle.
Because literally they were returning from the thunder, the lightning delay, whatever. They were returning from that. So therefore, every school wasn't ready to put their tent yet. You know what I'm saying? The canopy yet. So the track didn't start right there. They were still setting up. My thing is, you said that Hunter said that Austin touched Carmelo, and you just mentioned, you just now said he didn't say here neither, right? You confirmed that he never said that, right?
He didn't say that there.
So therefore, that narrative is debunked because he didn't say that. So I'm telling you that the narrative of him even being touched is only in the report. So I'm being fair here by saying if it's true, then Hunter is wrong for touching him. But people are saying, when you said just now, how can we automatically believe the report? But then you believe that he was touched. That only comes from the
Let me
report.
let me say this. Because I've seen things and because I've myself been through things, I don't believe police reports because I know police say, what did you see happen? And people, especially children, will, like Hunter just said, oh well, he had my back.
That
Haven't you seen that happen, Dance?
yes. Listen, right?
So that's why I don't believe in the police report.
So
I believe that yes, some parts of that report may be true. Some parts of that report may not be true. But it's all after the police officers asked the kids what happened and they summarized it.
So, what part of the report you believe is true?
Um, in the report where they say they found the suspect and he said, I'm not alleged, I did it, and I told him not to touch me. I believe that. Um, I also believe that when they say in the report that, yeah, we seen him touch him, I believe that. And for me, that's enough. Don't put your hands on. I look. I tell everybody that. Keep your hands to yourself.
Hold on, Aisha. So now, here we go. You said you believe the part when he said, basically, he touched me, right? So you admitting that it's not multiple people. You admitting that as a one-on-one. And when he says this, you say he touched me. You said that. You believe that part. So if you believe that part, then you would have to believe the part when he said Austin grabbed Carmelo to tell him he needed to move.
Okay,
That's the
wait. Stop
hold
right there.
on, hold on. That's the context. He didn't grab him to break his neck. He didn't grab him to unalive him. He only grabbed him to tell him to move. So therefore, you believe the touch. And
Okay.
right
Now,
there, you would have to believe. Hold on. And right there, you would have to believe that Carmelo Anthony was in possession of an illegal weapon during the time he was touched.
Okay,
So
stop right there.
therefore, it's not
Stop right there.
justified.
Stop right there. Because again, if someone says you need to move or I'm gonna make you move and you grab me
He didn't say
and
that.
I don't know you and I don't know you,
He didn't say that though.
however it was, he put his hands on him. And Hunter said he didn't know him until now, until what had happened. So now if you don't know me, even if you do know me, you're not invited to touch me. That's my whole stance. Don't touch people. I even do that at work. Don't touch people. You don't put your hands on. I don't care how you feel about the situation. You don't put your hands on nobody. If somebody put their hands on you, you have the right to defend yourself.
So you should, by that logic, you should be a 100% supporter of George Zimmerman. By that logic,
Absolutely not.
because Trayvon put his hands on Zimmerman first and broke his nose, got on top of him, banged him on the ground. So by your logic, Trayvon Martin should have kept his hands to himself, and you should be a whole strong supporter of Zimmerman.
No,
Do you see
I
his
won't.
policy?
I know. Let me tell you why I'm not a
No,
supporter
I'm talking
of
about the
Zimmerman.
no. I'm talking about the logic of what you're
And
saying.
I'm going by logic,
No,
because
so no, no,
logically,
no. I'm saying that logic. I'm talking about that logic of thinking. Then that will
okay.
apply
But
there. I'm saying
hear
in the
me out, Dance. Hear me out.
I had to finish the thought though. I had to finish the thought.
Okay, go ahead.
So what I'm saying right now is that I'm telling you when Carmelo was touched by Austin, right? Or he was grabbed, tell him to move or push. These things are at best a simple assault at best. And even on the court of law, you cannot unalive someone from a simple assault. You will go to prison. And we gotta stop this narrative, Aisha, that because somebody touched you, you get to defend yourself however you see fit. That comes with consequences. And we gotta be able to tell.
And
Go ahead.
no, I'm not saying that reactions and actions don't come with consequences. What I'm saying is there wouldn't have been a reaction had he kept his hands to himself.
So
You see,
Aisha,
that's just
I got
like
it.
that's just
I
like
got
if
it.
I go up to somebody and I'll be like, and all I do is shoulder bump them. They gonna look at me like the word is excuse me, and I'ma laugh because I didn't mean to shoulder bump you, but I bumped you. And even if I did mean to bump you, then so what? I'm still provoking.
So watch this, Aisha. Is it also true that Austin would have never need to touch him if Carmelo Anthony didn't sit under the wrong school canopy?
It doesn't matter where he sat because he was an ISD
No.
student.
I asked you a
He
direct
had the
question.
right to sit
No,
anywhere he
no,
wanted to sit.
no, you don't. I asked you a simple question.
And the question was,
The question was, if Carmelo Anthony didn't sit under the wrong team's canopy, he would have never been touched by Austin. That's true.
no, I don't believe that to be true. Let me tell you why. Because I feel like they would have bothered him anyway. Even if he was in the tent next to that tent, I feel like they would have bothered him anyway. And I'm not gonna even go as far.
No,
I'm
I asked you
I'm
though.
gonna say they, but Hunter would have initiated it anyway because Hunter don't know how to mind his business.
You see, we can right now, Aisha. Now, watch it. You said they go to Frisco, the basically the district, whatever, right? And you can sit with everyone and sit. So now I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna still mean your argument. Let's say me and you in the same school. We both go to Centennial High School. I belong in math class. You belong in English class.
Mhm.
can I just get up and go sit in your math class?
I mean, you do what you want to do. I'm gonna be like, "What's up? What you
No,
doing
I
in
said
here?"
no. I said, can I just do that?
I mean, no. Eventually, the teacher gonna ask you what you're
All right.
doing in here.
So now, all
But
right,
that's
boom.
not the same thing.
No, 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 no,
That's
no, no, no,
that's
no,
an
no, no,
adult.
no,
That's an
no, no,
adult. No,
no.
no, no.
No, hold
Dance.
on.
Come on
Let
now,
me make
let's
it.
be for real,
Aisha,
dance.
let me make
That's
it.
an adult. That's an
Aisha,
adult telling a
Aisha,
student or asking a student what
that's
is
not
he
what I
doing in
said.
that classroom.
No, you said he could sit wherever he want to sit because he in the Frisco ISD, like basically district, and they all about the same school. That's what you said. So I'm making it.
Outside. They wasn't in school. They was outside.
Like, it was school sanctioned events. It was school rules, and it's actually on the middle. It's actually on the middle school grounds, actually. But my whole point is, I'm saying, you said he could sit wherever he want to sit because they in Frisco school district. So I'm making it more direct by saying, if we go to the same exact school, which would strengthen your argument, would can I just sit in any classroom I want to because I go to that school?
No, the teacher's gonna. The teacher. Listen to what I'm saying.
I
No,
did.
dance. You didn't make no
No,
point. Listen. No,
no,
don't cut me off because I sat here and listened to you, dance. I sat here and listened to you. Don't cut me off. It's not the same thing because guess what? If a teacher see you in their classroom and you're not supposed to be in their classroom, keyword is teacher. The teacher is an adult. Hunter and Austin are not adults. And had they really had a problem with him being there, common sense would have told them to go get an adult. They walked past several of them.
no, you're missing the point. I'm getting before the teacher. I'm talking about just a student. I'm only you said something that was incorrect. You said a student could sit wherever they want to sit at because they go to the Frisco district, the same school district. And I'm saying it's not true. So I made the two students be in the same exact school, and that still don't hold true. So watch this.
Because
Now,
it's a different scenario. That's a classroom. Those children were sitting outside. Of course, a teacher is going to ask the kid, "Why are you in this class?"
no, you said this is what I'm saying to you. You said the kid could sit wherever you want to sit because they go to the same school district. That's what you said. So I'm just making say no, you can't. So I'm gonna give you an example of the same exact school, which will strengthen your argument and it still falls flat. So now watch this, Aisha. Let's move on. I'm gonna give you the movie theater analogy, right? Let's say you got tickets that you didn't buy these tickets. You people gave you tickets to go see Scary Movie 6. And they gave me movie tickets to go see Michael. None of us own the theater. Me nor you bought these tickets. But yet you went to go see your movie, Scary Movie 6. You get up to use the bathroom. On your return, I'm sitting in your seat. Knowing I belong in a different screening. And when you ask me who am I say, my name Big Mike.
Please don't use that name.
And then you say,
No. Flag on the play dance. Please, let's not use the scammer. Please. No scammers. No scammers.
so I say, you say, yo, who are you? I say, my name Dance. And then you say, Dance, yo, can you move? You don't belong here. And I said, touch me and see what happens. Who is the bully in that scenario? Me for not moving or you for asking me to leave out of your seat?
You would be the bully if you say you're not moving. But wait, that's
Oh,
not. Wait, dance. Wait.
Hold on. Let me finish my point and you can respond to it. All right.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Where's that? Austin had told Anthony he needed to move from under the team's tent. Austin told that to Anthony. Anthony grabbed his bag, opened it, reached inside, and proceeded to tell Austin, touch me and see what happens. So therefore, Carmelo is the bully because he refusing to leave a canopy that he don't go to the school to.
But listen, he is not being the bully if Austin told him, move or I'll make you move. That's the initial threat.
It don't say that. It never said it. People were lying to you. That never was said. People lying to you. I just read it to you just now. I read it to you again. And tell me what does it say this. All right. Anthony was from Centennial High School and was seated under Memorial High School tent.
I know
Austin
what
had
it say,
told
Dance.
huh?
I know what it say.
So my point is, it don't say move or I'll make you move. It just say he needed to move, and he said, "Touch me and see what happens by grabbing his bag." And you already admitted the person who don't want to leave is the bully. So he didn't want to leave, so he's the bully.
No, he's not the bully.
What? Yo, Aisha, you
Not
gotta
the
be
bully.
consistent
It's
here.
not the Dance. It's not the same thing. He's not the bully, and the reason why he's not the bully is because he never put his hands on
That's
Austin.
before he was touched. I'm talking before he was touched. I said,
He
who's the
shouldn't
bully?
have been touched at all. That's
I
the point
agree.
I'm making.
No, I agree with you. I'm saying before he was touched, these actions happened. So I'm saying before he was touched, he was the bully. Because you had no
You
problem
can't
calling me the
make
bully.
somebody move, Dance.
You know, you just told me in my scenario, the movie theater. You just told me
But
I was the
the
bully. I was the bully because I wouldn't move. Kamel's the bully because he wouldn't move. And on
no,
top of that,
I'm saying in your scenario, you said that I'm not moving. Touch me and see what happened. I never said, if I asked you, hey, you're in my seat, can you move? And you say
touch me and see what
no.
touch me and see what
You
happened.
and you say no, touch me and see what happened. Me being the person that I am, guess what? Oh, okay. Boop. Hey, theater person. This person in my
That's
seat, here's
different.
my ticket.
I
Bop, bop,
agree with
bop.
that. No, I agree with that point. I'm still saying,
I don't have to
Austin,
put my hands on
I
you. That's
agree
what
with
I'm
you.
saying.
I agree with you, but you still can't erase the fact that he is bullying you over the seat. That's why you went and got security. Is that
So,
true?
which brings me back to my point. If they really had a problem with him being there, why didn't they walk and go to a coach, a teacher, a parent? They walked past several. They decided collectively to take matters into their own hands and say, we're going to make you move. That's
But,
not cool, Dance.
but Aisha, there's nowhere in the report or even Hunter's statement. Remember, he said, we returned, we sat down, and his kids sat down behind us, blah, blah. They didn't walk past people when an incident happened. They were sitting on the bench when it happened. So
So
you
they
can't.
didn't have to walk past
Hold on.
nobody, no coaches, no nothing.
I'm talking about. That's Aisha. What I'm saying to you is this: Carmelo Anthony, 100% is unjustified if the report is accurate because you cannot use. All right, watch this. Fine. Let me ask you a question. When Carmelo Anthony reached in his bag and grabbed a prohibited item and said, "Touch me and see what happens," could we agree that Carmelo Anthony was intending to use whatever he just grabbed to defend himself if
I'm
he was
not saying
touched
that
by?
Carmelo. I'm not saying, nor I'm not saying or denying that Carmelo brought that poker. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say he brought that. I'm not gonna say that. And the reason why I'm not gonna
No, I'm
say that
saying something.
is
No, 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 no,
because
no. No, no. Hear my question out. We debated in good faith. As I said, prohibited item. I said when Carmelo Anthony said, "Touch me and see what happens," and he went and grabbed the prohibited item, whatever the item is. Could we agree that he intended to use whatever he had in his possession at the time? He was going to use it if he got grabbed or punched by Austin. True or false?
no, I'm not gonna say that.
He used it.
Again, I'm not going to say he had it or not had it. What
So
I'm
how can
saying
you
is
say so
it was
defensive?
produced. We don't know who produced it.
No, I said, listen, what I'm saying to you, I'm reading the report. I'm saying to you, what, all right, fine. Carmelo
Okay,
had
so
it
let
as
me ask you, no, Dance, let me ask you
hold on,
this. So
hold on.
people who are licensed to carry, are they looking for trouble?
No, not all the time. It all depends on the person. Like Chud.
Wait, what you mean not all the time? If you
No,
licensed to carry,
because
do they
Chud. I'm gonna give you an example. Chud looked for trouble, and he's
Chuck
licensed.
asshole?
No, but my point is, he's licensed. He looked for trouble. There are other people who
Uh,
have weapons who don't look for trouble. So I'm saying right now, I'm not saying Carmelo Anthony brought the poker there for that exact reason. I'm just asking you a direct question.
I'm not saying he brought the poker there at all. We don't know who produced that poker. You
So,
know how
so,
many times you get into
so,
it with
so,
somebody and somebody snatch something out your hand. I'm not
so,
saying
could, so could you agree that Carmelo Anthony had the poker at some point in time?
he had to because he poked him.
All right, point. So now, at that point in time, when Carmelo had the poker in his hand, could we agree that he was intended to use the poker if he got touched or punched or grabbed?
No, what I can agree to is that if a poker was produced, right, and he got the best of them, then they got poked or he got poked.
So that means he was intended to use it as a form of defense.
But who produced it?
Puff Daddy. Puff produced it.
No, he producing something different. We don't want to talk about him neither. The rapist.
Like yo, Aisha, see? When you was
But
on this side,
you're looking at. I'm looking at it as
you've been brainwashed, Aisha, you've been brainwashed for the
no,
by the Carmelo nights, man. You can't admit a simple
no.
fact.
I no. What I my whole argument is, and this is what I tell everybody. My whole argument is, at any time that a person that you don't know put their hands on you, you have the right to defend yourself. You can't
So
tell me how to defend myself. If I'm the age I am right now, and I go outside and one of these young Thundercats try to take my purse or try to take my keys, I'm up in pole. Do you understand? I don't care how old they is. I'm gonna put pole on them.
so
And
that
whatever consequences I gotta deal with, I'ma deal with it. But guess what? They put their hands on me. They tried to take my purse. I'm putting the pole on them.
so
Plain
you're
and simple.
so you're saying basically that Carmelo Anthony is justified in using a poker because he was pushed or grabbed, right?
Yeah, don't put your hands on me.
So you say yeah, right?
Yeah, don't put your hands on me.
So that's the point that I'm making to you. He intended to use that item if he got touched. That's why he said, touch me and see what happens. And the what happens is the
But
poking.
he didn't say that. That was somebody who said that he said that. Carmelo ain't said nothing. Nobody knows what Carmelo said because Carmelo ain't opened his mouth.
Carmelo said, it's not alleged, I did it.
As far as poking him, we haven't even heard Carmelo's side of the
You
story.
said it. There you go right there. As far as poking him. That was my point. He intended to use the poker if he get assaulted.
Did he not get assaulted?
Yes.
Okay, and was that right or wrong?
It was wrong. But I'm telling you, did
So
he intend to
if
use the poker if
so
he got touched?
my thing is if I'm getting assaulted, I gotta wait for somebody to basically almost unalive me, or can I just stop the threat?
No. All right, watch this. Let's go with
I'm just asking, can I, do I have to wait for them to put their hands on me and try to unalive me, or can I stop the threat in that moment because they done already touched me?
you could stop the threat, but not with that force because you wasn't met with unliving force. So let me prove it to you that it wasn't
You
unliving
know how
force.
many people that
No,
unalive in a
no,
fight?
no, hold on.
No, I'm just saying.
No, you're going somewhere else. It wasn't even a fight. It wasn't even a fight.
It shouldn't
Come
have been nothing. They should have went
No,
and
but you're
got
missing the
somebody.
no, Aisha, you're missing the point, Aisha. Listen, you know what I'm saying, Aisha. Listen carefully. Right.
Do you not agree with that? It shouldn't have been no touching at all. They should have went and got somebody if they felt that strong.
I already agreed to that. Now let me ask you a question. If Carmelo Anthony did not have the poker at all, would he have poked Austin if Austin touched him? Nobody mute her mic, y'all.
You say what?
I said, is it true if Carmelo Anthony did not have that poker at no times,
Mm-hmm.
could he poke Austin Metcalf with that poker if he got touched by Austin Metcalf?
He could have poked him with a pencil.
That's what I asked.
Yeah, that's my answer. Yeah, he still could have poked him.
No, I said
If
without the
he had a
poker.
pencil in his book bag,
No,
if
I
he had
said
a pen.
I said poke. Listen to what I'm saying to you. I can't ask you, yo, what's the choice? A, B, C, or D? You said, nah, I'm going with S. You can't do that. I'm asking you, is it true if Carmelo Anthony did not have the poker at any time, is it true that he would never poke Austin Metcalf with the poker for being touched? Is that true?
And that's what I'm trying to explain to you, Dan. Even if he didn't have a poker, right? Listen to me. Even if he did not have a poker,
That's not the
right?
question.
He still could have had something in
That's not
his
the
bag to
question.
poke him with.
That's not the question. I'm talking about the poker. Could he have used the poker if he didn't have
No,
it?
he couldn't. He couldn't have used the poker if he didn't have a poker, but he
All
could have
right.
used something else to poke
All
him.
right.
That's what I'm trying to get you to see.
No, but that's not the argument I'm having with you. I'm saying to you is that the kid still used a poker. And my thing is this, Aisha, let's say right now, let's say other than poking, how else how else could Carmelo Anthony have defended himself other than poking? Give me some options.
He could have chopped him in the throat.
Other than poking, other than using a weapon, how could he
I said chopped him in the throat.
with his hand?
Yeah, chopped him in the throat.
What else he could have done?
Oh, it's a lot of other stuff he could done. There's a lot of other stuff they can did too.
Watch this. The law said up to unalive force in a 9.32, which means he could have done other options other than straight to unalive force, which you just convicted Carmelo Anthony 15 years easily.
All
Yes,
right.
because you gave other options you could have done other than using lethal force.
But I also just said they had other options too. And they had options in the beginning. They had options to say, oh, okay, you don't want to move, let me go get somebody. They the
And
ones
Carmelo,
had the problem with him being there.
and Carmelo Anthony had options too to wait until his school set up. He could have left. He had other options to do that too. He had options not to bring the poker on him, or in y'all argument, he didn't bring it, but he still had it at some point. He didn't have to pick up a poker.
I don't know. Wait, I don't know who else done said that. I've been saying that for the longest, though. I'm never gonna say that he brought it.
All right, so watch this. The witnesses said it in the bag. So he got his bag. The witnesses said it. Both witnesses said it in the report. So now let me ask you a very important question, Aisha. All right, Texas defines serious bodily injury as this: create substantial risk of unaliving, causes serious permanent disfigurement, or result in a long-term impairment or loss of bodily function, organ, or limb. Here's the question. Which one of these things in nature that will cause this? A grab to tell you to move or poking?
Oh, okay. But see, this is what I'm dance. Listen to me, right?
Can I finish my
Because
question?
it's not and it's not that I've never been in this situation. And when I say that, it's like that's why I'm saying when your child is in school and your child put their hands on a person that they don't know, that person has all right to defend. I explained this when it very first happened, because a lot of people were saying, oh, he need to go to jail. Man didn't go to jail.
So,
And that's why I said it don't necessarily have to be a poker. It could have been a pencil, because man poked somebody with a pencil.
Aisha.
So, I mean, and she didn't go to jail at all.
Aisha, what I'm saying to you is this. You already admitted that the poking will cause this most likely, instantly, over the grab to the move. That right there debunks that the grab was deadly force in nature, because it wasn't. Because Carmelo Anthony
We
didn't.
don't know that.
I said in nature. Carmelo Anthony's alive. He's not injured from a grab to tell him to move. He's not injured. Oh, nothing happened to him. A poking in nature is the reason why Austin's not here right now. Because
the nature of that poking was Austin touched somebody when he shouldn't have.
I'm talking about the force being used. I'm talking about the force being used. Because
that's the thing. We don't know the force that he was grabbed. Now, do we?
No, we don't know the force that he was grabbed, but we know the contact of the grab. You know that for sure. To tell him to move. That's nature. So hold on. So can someone, like, let's go with the bag being grabbed. Can Jay-Z poke Beyonce because Beyonce said to the left, anything you own in the box to the left, and took his stuff outside? Can Jay-Z said, you touching my stuff? Ugh.
If he was crazy, which he is, to put his hands on a woman, he deserved it. But Jay-Z deserved to go to jail anyway, because ain't nobody caught him yet for being a PDF. You know what I'm saying? Messing with.
No,
I know y'all New Yorkers don't like us saying that, but
we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Y'all know Jay-Z like little girls.
No, I know Carmelo like playing. I like Carmelo. I know this kid like playing with knives. I know that for a fact.
I liked playing with that. I still like playing with pokers.
No wonder you support
I got one in my closet right now.
Yeah,
I got a Shetty.
And that's why you support Carmelo Anthony.
I support him because he has a right to self-defense. I support him because when me and my children stayed in San Antonio, my child didn't go to jail for defending herself. So.
But the other child, is he a child dead or alive?
No, she's still here. She just got a permanent mark. Which she should, because she should have kept her hands to herself. Same thing I told that girl mama. The same thing I told the school. And the same thing that his mama probably told him. Don't put your hands on nobody. And if somebody put their hands on you, you defend yourself.
So, Aisha, here's a very important question I'm about to ask you. So the black guy that chud the builder pew pew, did the black guy deserve to get pew pew because he should have kept his hands to himself?
Wait, let me, because I don't know that full story. So enlighten me. Because I don't know the full story. I do know he was on the internet doing dumb stuff and then he went out and did it. But enlighten me on that part.
Chud the builder got basically, the guy was pointing at him. He went to the guy, got to a few face to face, got a few words. The guy told him, get out of here before I basically hurt you. Chud walked away from the guy. The guy walked up to Chud and said, you better not say none of that chimping out stuff for me, blah, blah. I hurt you. I hit you. And the guy ended up punching Chud. And got to a fight, and Chud pew-pewed him in a fight.
Wait, say it again. So they was at a public place?
No, outside of a courthouse. And on the video, the guy who punched him recorded himself saying, I'm going to go hit that guy. Recorded himself saying this on video while he was with his two daughters.
He was stupid. Why would you record yourself and then go commit a criminal act? He was stupid.
So I'm saying, so is Judd justified for pew-pewing this black guy who punched him first?
I mean, don't put your hands on nobody again. Look, dance. I'm a real advocate for when I say don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. I don't care if you black, white, Hispanic, whatever. Do not put your hands on me. I got a pole for you.
That was funny.
Don't put your hands on me.
Nah.
I
But
can't say it no simpler.
yeah.
People need to see, and this is the thing, right? People just need to keep their hands to themselves. I be at, like, when people be doing racist stuff and saying racist comments, like the lady. Did you hear the video of the lady who said her son was talking about doing blackface and all that at the beginning of the Carmelo Anthony trial?
No.
Okay, so there's this video of a lady on TikTok, and her video been turned into the police. But basically, she was saying, we should all rally together with our pew pews and go down to the courthouse. We could follow my son. He said he was going to paint his face black. That'll be funny and do this, this. Do you think that's right?
That's terrible.
Exactly. Now, Is it is it wrong for the person who turned her in? And is it wrong for them to incite? That's incite. You inciting a riot. You trying
True.
to cause a riot.
True.
And this and when that's why when people first started off in the very beginning of last year, I kept saying, everybody, I don't want to make it a race thing. It's not a race thing. But people need to keep their hands to themselves. Now, if you go out and you incite something and somebody put their hands on you, you have every right. Again, I'm going to stand on that. You got every right to defend yourself.
Listen, all right, people argue this all the time. Self-defense is not a crime. People keep saying this ridiculous thing. It is a crime if you don't meet the elements. I don't understand how people don't get that. They literally tell you self-defense is a crime if you don't meet the elements. So therefore, if you are unaliving someone with a smelly weapon because they touch you or push you, that is criminal. You can't do that. Now, let's say Carmelo Anthony pushed him back and he ended up falling and unaliving, then I'm on Carmelo's side because he used the same proportionate force to stop it from happening. And an accident happened. Or they got into a fist fight and then one person, I ain't gonna lie, I'm on Carmelo's side because he did defend himself. When you automatically jump straight to unaliving force, it makes no sense, Aisha, because you was on his live just now, and you, by your logic, keep your hands to yourself. You should be 100% on the side of Cal Rittenhouse. You should be 100% on the side of George Zimmerman, but you're not, and that's because
No,
you
I'm
don't
not
want
on the side. I'm not on the side of George Zimmerman simply because if your neighborhood rocks and you call the police and they tell you to stand down, then that's what you're supposed to do.
no, but
Stand down. Why did he keep following her?
he didn't. That's the edit phone call that ABC got sued for. You gotta watch. You gotta listen to the full audio. I was tricked. I said, "Oh, they lied to me. I was tricked." Yo, Aisha, I thought the same
Where
thing.
are my keys? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting
Aisha,
myself
I thought
together.
the same thing. But watch this. The same way I said he can sit wherever he want to sit. It's not against the law to follow somebody in Florida. It's not. The thing is, the narrative got switched out there because ABC edited the phone call and act like he was stalking a black guy, and they labeled Zimmerman white at first, then switched to a white Hispanic. And that was like what happened. They asked him, "Is this guy white, black, Hispanic?" I think he's black. And then he's saying, Are you following him? He said, yeah. He said, matter of fact, I need you to do that. I said, all right. Oh, my bad. He was behind him for a second. He stopped. The guys are asking him for the address. He says, and he trying to name the street where he's at. He's telling me, tell the officer to meet by the mailbox. I am by the mailbox because I don't want to give out my home address. Tell him meet me at this location by the mailbox in the T. It's on the audio. The full audio is there, and that's what happened in trial. On the news, they edit that whole part out. It's edit. But in trial, they played it. And when he was returning back to his car, Trayvon approached him and said, do you got a problem? He said, no. Trayvon, hold on.
No, I
Trayvon,
was just gonna say I need to hear that version
yes.
because I've never heard that.
And Trayvon broke his nose and got on top of him and banged his head to the ground. Eyewitnesses said that it's true. We saw him on top of him. I don't know how that happened, but I did see him on top of him. Zimmerman, literally have a fractured nose and a busted head. But everyone refused to watch the trial, Aisha. I was lied to. I thought Zimmerman was 1,000% wrong. Don't get me wrong. I still think he's a jackass. Don't get me wrong. But he still is justified. You getting your head banged to the ground and your nose broken. And people are saying, oh, he shouldn't have pew-pewed him like a man. But Carmelo Anthony get grabbed. That's it. Just grabbed. And he get to use lethal force. But Zimmerman can't. It's audio of him screaming for help. Help! It's him screaming for help on audio. And he had the right to carry legally. So if we're going to say Carmelo Anthony is justified because you keep your hands to yourself, then why Zimmerman can be justified after he was getting beat down to the ground?
I think, and like I said, I want to hear that. I want to hear that version that you speak of. Oh, hear my idea. I want to hear that version that you speak of because I've never heard that version.
Right now, Aisha,
What you say that they played in the courtroom? I ain't never heard that version. I want to hear that version.
it's literally right now. The full call is on YouTube, and people always get past it. It's gonna blow. I'm like, hold up, I was lied to this whole time. And when the trial happened, they exposed that. Now, I'm not saying this justifies anything, but the character they exposed. They put a picture of him being a happy young kid. They showed his recent pictures. This dude was fit with muscles. I'm like, oh, hold up, what? I was shocked. And it's that in his phone, they had videos of him going around recording himself beating up people. They got his text history of this guy robbing people, going around doing burglaries. I'm like, hold on, what? My mind was blown. Not saying, I'm not saying he's guilty because of that. Because you could be a thug and gangster and still unjustified you got alive. I agree with that 100%. But I'm just saying the character they put out there. But when the attorneys broke it down, I'm like, oh shit, I was lied to. They had a fake Diamond Eugene, his fake girlfriend. It wasn't even his girlfriend. She couldn't even read. She admitted that wasn't her letter she wrote. Yo, bro, my mind was blown. I was lied to this whole time. What the hell? So I'm just going back to the case right here. If we're going to say Carmelo Anthony is justified because he was touched and keep your hands to yourself by that logic alone, y'all should be automatic Zimmerman supporters because Trayvon approached him and broke his nose.
I never, and again, I'm not saying that you're not saying the truth, but what I'm saying is